It is the Monday of finals week here at the University of Alabama, and you bet your butts I am ready to get out of here. I mean, Christmas is coming, y'all. It's time to get done. But before I can finish the semester, I have quite a few exams, presentations, and projects that I'm gonna have to finish. So y'all are coming along with me this week while I check everything off my list one by one. We are gonna be productive. We are gonna get things done. We're gonna work together and we're gonna really lock in. I'm clocking in right now to my finals week. I am ready to literally put my foot on the gas and get done. This is your motivation. This is my motivation, and let's see what we have to do. Number one. Thank goodness this is the last food service class that I am ever gonna have to take, which means that this is the last assignment for any food service class for me ever, which is completely exciting. Basically, for this final, I have to do a project or an assignment that's called a risk management assessment. So based on the place where I went for my food service rotation, my hospital, I have to basically make a chart about things that are possible for risk, things that have happened in the facility, and then I have to get on Zoom and present one-on-one to my professor, and then she's gonna give me a grade for it. So I have that Zoom coming up, and that's the first thing that we're gonna get done this week. Number two, at my clinical rotation this semester, I had to choose a case study. I had to choose a specific person that I personally saw at the hospital, did their initial assessment, and worked through all the way through their stay. I had to choose that person, and then I had to do a complete case study on them, which was an entire paper as well as an entire presentation that I gave not only to my professor, but also to all of my preceptors, the dietitians who worked at the hospital. I had to do this at the hospital while I was actually there, and this was about like halfway through the semester, so it's been quite a minute since I presented this. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to present the exact same presentation except to all of my classmates and peers. Number three, speaking of clinical nutrition, the other thing that I have to do for that class is I have to take a final exit exam. Now, throughout the semester, we've been taking a bunch of little quizzes and like mini tests on different things that have replicated what the RD exam will be like, which means that you basically only have about a minute per question, and you cannot go back once you answer a question to double check your answers, which it's good to get practice of how the actual test is going to be, but this one is going to be a lot larger. It's going to be 40 questions, so 40 minutes long. So I need to definitely prepare for that exit exam, be ready to take it, and then I will be done with clinical 1 officially, and then clinical 2 will be next semester, but we're going to see how much I actually learned. And number 4, this semester was the 4th biochemistry class that I have ever taken, and oh my goodness, and I'm going to be ready to be done. I took AP chemistry in high school and I was not a fan of it, so little did I know that nutrition was going to require me to take 4 semesters of biochem. But the great news is that this is the last one, and this is the last biochemistry exam ever. I literally can't believe it. I think I know everything there is to possibly know about every vitamin, mineral, nutrient, the electron transport chain, glycolysis, gluconeogenesis, literally you name it, I know it. It's ingrained in my brain now, but we have to take that final exam, which is definitely the one that I'm most afraid of, and we're going to take it over lockdown browser, which means that it is online while I'm at home, but it means that I cannot have access to anything, and there will be like a proctor through the screen. We're going to have to do some really intense, really quick studying. Usually I'm studying about 2 weeks in advance of my test, but this one is a lot shorter and worth a lot less points. I also have built up my grade quite a bit in there, so it's not that high stakes, but we're still gonna have to study pretty hard, and we're gonna go at it. We're gonna try to memorize as quick as we possibly can. And finally, number 5. This last one is definitely gonna be the most time consuming because I'm in a group with 2 other people, so there's 3 of us total, and this is also for my clinical nutrition class, but it's not for the rotation part, it's for the actual in-class part. So this is the class that we go to Monday and Wednesday every single week. That's what this one is for, whereas the other one is for kind of like the rotation side of it. And so this one is a group project, and it's based on a pretend case study, like a mock case study that we had, and we worked on this throughout the entire semester. So we had our major case study part 1 and our major case study part 2, and now we're doing a presentation on the same case study. We're gonna have to see and work on our PES statements, which is basically the problem, the etiology, and the signs and symptoms, and see how those all work together, as well as our monitoring and intervention plans of like what we're actually would do for the patient, and if it were a real patient that we were seeing, make sure that all of our things line up and that we're ready to present, because the questions of this are also going to be a lot more difficult. Our professor said that she's not going to be able to let another person person answer a question until all 3 have answered questions by themselves, which is a little bit intimidating, but I think it's gonna be okay. And I've got some extra special motivation because my birthday is actually on Friday. So I wanna make sure that I have nothing left to do and nothing else that is due on my birthday so that I can have the best day ever. So let's do it. It's crunch time. We're gonna get into it. Get ready, get your laptop out, get your iPad out, whatever you've got to do. We're gonna do it together, sister. Let's go. Okay, so this is the group presentation, and this is kind of like the mock case study of somebody who's like totally not real. But basically, we have to start out by saying like their medical history, all their past things, which is literally all that the article gives us. It gives us no other information. And then left to do still is we have to make an overview of the whole stay. And then my part is that I did basically COPD was their main thing. So I had to make this about like the main primary diagnosis, how it kind of happened, the etiology, and then the progression, like what happened. And then this is the secondary conditions that came from the COPD. So I did these 2, but I still have to work on the progression of the hypercapnic respiratory failure. And then I also have to do the progression of the acute pancreatitis. And then my main part is time period 1, which was the hospital day stay 1 through 12. So it's going so good so far because I put in all the physical findings and I was able to do this little like highlight thing. It looks horrible, but it works. And then I have to figure out some of this. And then this is going good. I did the same highlight thing here. It took so long to go and try to estimate what these numbers were. Oh my goodness gracious. And then the hardest part, and what I'm about to do, is I have to come up with what we would prescribe that's different from this, because these are the older guidelines from 2016. So I have to say what we would prescribe and why, also based off of like her diagnoses. And then I have to talk about how appropriate their nutrition interventions were. And then honestly, the hardest part is going to be the lab values. We weren't given any lab values. And so we're expected to basically say what we think the lab values would be if we did have them. And that's kind of hard for me to like visualize. So I'm just going to have to go to the notes and see kind of what exactly the teacher says about these things. Because like, I guess I have a vague idea, but I'm not exactly sure what she's wanting there. All right, guys, I'm prepping myself, and now we are gonna lock in and we're gonna get some more of this presentation done. Okay guys, I've worked on this presentation for quite a while and it's starting to get dark outside and I'm kind of feeling myself getting stuck, like just staring at the screen. And I think what needs to happen now is a little mental break because it's been like an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I think I need to just like get up, move a little bit, and maybe focus on something else for a minute before coming back to it, because I feel like there's only so much time that you can really like pay attention. So I'm gonna take a minute, I'm gonna take a little break and just kind of clear my head so that I can get back into it for maybe at least another hour. If you guys haven't seen recently, I've been trying to get better at doing my jumps, get a little bone strength, bone density, work on that, and a little bit of running injury prevention. So I'm gonna do my jumps. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little mental break, work on something else for a minute, and then see if we get back into it. After I left campus, the girls in my coordinated program decided that we wanted to do like a celebratory group dinner to celebrate just all the hardships that we've gone through this semester, everything that we've made it through. So we got some wine, we got some cocktails, we went to Sugo, which is so good in Tuscaloosa, and there happened to be a Christmas parade, which made parking really bad, but this was so needed.
Yum, 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 yum,
Look at that.
like, chicken piccata. Okay, here's my cavatappi with hot vodka sauce. It looks a little bit red, but it still looks good. And this is the girl dinner. So it comes with Caesar salad, fries, and pasta.
All right, I'm back from dinner. That was a very much needed study break. It was a good little vent session where we just talked all about this semester and just all the things that have gone wrong and also like the good things about it, and also that glass of wine hit. I didn't really work any more on my presentation earlier, so I might work on it tonight before I go to bed, or I might just wait until tomorrow morning because I feel like that would also be fine. I'm not super pressed for time. I'm just trying to get things done as fast as I can. But with that, we'll see. And I might see y'all tomorrow, or I might work on it tonight. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday. It's 9:10 a.m. I already did my workout this morning and I ate breakfast, and I kind of regret doing my workout because I fear that I'm really just not going to have enough time this morning for what I need to do. So basically, what we have on tap is I have my individual presentation this afternoon, and that goes from 1 to 4. But before that, I have to meet with my group for my group presentation, and that is from 11 to 1. So it's 9:10 right now. We have to leave for campus by probably 10:30, which means that I have a little over an hour to dry my hair because we have to dress business casual for this presentation. So I have to look put together, I have to look ready. And then we have to get all the way to class. It's 30 degrees outside, so I also don't want my hair to freeze, which is another reason that it really needs to be good and dry. And while I'm doing this, because I swear to gosh, this is probably going to take me an hour to dry my hair. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to have to practice my presentation because we presented these like 8 weeks ago, I feel like, at our hospital that we were working at for rotations to our preceptors and our professor, but that was a long time ago, and I don't remember anything about this guy that I did my case study on, which means that I'm gonna have to really brush up on all his things. And guys, this guy is a doozy because we're talking about COPD, we're talking about cancer, we're talking about cancer of the lungs and the small bowel, we are talking about acute kidney injury, we're talking about malnutrition. Literally all the things, anything that you can think of, this guy had it, which is why he was such a perfect case study. So I'm gonna have to brush up on all the literature review items, and I'm gonna have to practice going over those as well as going over his actual case. So I'm really gonna try to speed through this. We have an hour until we have to get business casual and head to campus, and then we are gonna go practice with my group and then do my individual presentations. But right now, I'm going to finish putting this stuff in my hair, and then I'm gonna get out my diffuser, and then I'm gonna practice while I diffuse my hair. So I'll see y'all while I practice. Okay, I just finished my first run through while I dried most of my hair. So now I actually have to send this presentation to my professor, and I didn't end up changing anything from earlier in the semester just because I, number one, don't have time, and number two, we're not actually getting graded on this one. The only reason that I really have to practice this is because I don't want to look like a fool in front of my classmates, and I want to be at least a little bit prepared because, again, I presented this all the way back on October 2nd, and today is December 9th, so I don't remember anything. But now I've done a run through, I feel a little bit better about it. I still need to do it like time to make sure that I can get it, pretty short because I don't want my classmates to be like, having to wait super long. And the whole thing's going to take 4 hours, so it's still going to be like a long day anyways. But mostly finished that. Now I'm going to send it to my professor, and then I need to get dressed. And looking back through it, I'm like, how cute. Like, so proud of myself for getting all this done. My hair looks crazy, but let's see if we can practice this in 20 minutes. It's chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And when you do that for a prolonged period of time, that's going to cause inflammation. Supplemental oxygen and medications such as oral or inhaled steroids. It spread to his lymph nodes, his liver. A rare genetic mutation in the small intestine cells. His colostomy, he had a colonic perforation happen. Is chemotherapy. That's the most effective. Outfit is on. Let's go. That's perfect, yeah. Because I think that's exactly what she wants, is like the specific things. For sure. Yeah, but I think that's good. And then we'll do references. And the good thing about it being Thursday is that we have tomorrow, because like I still need to take biochem too, and I don't know. When are you gonna do it? I might try to like speed run, like memorize everything tomorrow morning and then take it tomorrow afternoon, but I don't know what a bad idea that would be.
I would have done so bad.
Yeah, because I haven't really looked at the material like at all. today. Get it, girl. Only thing we've done is when we were driving back from the SEC championship game, we played all the lectures in Isabel's car on the 4-hour drive home. So biochem test done, presentation done. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. I'm ready to go home. I haven't taken it. Yeah, I was. No, I haven't. I still haven't studied. I told them No, I know. Yeah. Okay, practice time with my group is done, and now it's time to do my individual presentation. Okay guys, the presentation went really well. I tried to go as fast as I possibly could because again, this one wasn't necessarily for a grade, but we had to do it anyways. And it was slotted for 4 hours, and I saved us some time, guys. The presentation was supposed to be like 30 minutes and I got it down to like 20 minutes. I sped run that shit, and I'm really proud of myself for getting it done. My roommate also went really quick through hers, but of course we didn't get out that much early. Well, actually, I think we were maybe supposed to get out at 5 and it's 4, so that's probably really good. But right now I'm going and walking to Session, which is right down the street. I'm in downtown Tuscaloosa to meet my friend for cocktail hour because she actually won a gift card to Session at bingo, and so she's going and she invited me to come, and I'm so excited to have another little cocktail tonight. I'm doing a lot of celebrating before finals is even over, but I'm really excited, and I don't even have to change because I know she's going to be dressed cute and I am appropriately dressed for cuteness. I did put on my sneakers though instead of my Uggs for comfort for walking all the way here. Also, halfway through the presentations, not during mine thankfully, but halfway through, all the girls from the coordinated program year 1 came, which I think made it a lot more nerve-wracking for the people presenting. Thankfully it wasn't me, but I think I could have done it if it was me. But then there was like a lot of people, and even some of our other professors came in and were like sitting on the floor, so a little bit more, you know, serious than I thought it was going to be, but it was chill. Mine I kept light and fun and quick, which is the most important thing of all. But that one is checked off, and now let's go get a cocktail. Just had the best cocktails at Sessions, and now I'm walking back to my apartment. It is about 5:30, so I was there for like an hour and a half, maybe less. And again, much needed celebration. And right across the street right there is Sugo, where I was last night. So I'm just feeling like the queen of the ball, and this has just been, it's simultaneously stressful but also like including fun. And now I'm gonna go home, and my plan is to take my clinical nutrition exam and get that freaking over with. So we're gonna plan to do that after we get back. And look, we're walking past City Hall, and look at all the gorgeous Christmas lights. I'm literally so excited for Christmas, and we're almost there. We're almost there. This is the end of Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and we're so close to being done this week. Okay, I'm now in bed, which is my favorite place to do homework. Of course, I've got my Christmas tree for moral support, and I'm about to take this clinical nutrition exam, and hopefully this will be the last thing for clinical nutrition for the entire semester, and I'll be done by tonight. But I pretty much already know the information, and this is just going to be looking over it. I already have it all memorized, and then I'm going to take my exam, and then tonight we will be done with clinical forever. Well, we'll be done with clinical 1 forever, and then next semester we'll have clinical 2. But until January 9th, this is going to be done. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing that we have is going to be lab values. So specifically we have starting with like electrolytes, which I already have all of these memorized. And then we're going through like acid base assessment. So this is going to be like pH and stuff like that, carbon dioxide, like things you breathe in and out. And then hematological assessment, which is different for men and women mostly. And then we have some other random labs like your lipid panels, diabetes labs, glycemic control labs, basically everything we need to know the ranges for of all the numbers. But this one I pretty much am going to have down, but I'll just like look through all of it. And then over here we have medications, which is the next one. This one's a little bit harder, but I feel like really being in clinical for so long gave me a better idea of like what medications are used for what. So it's basically just a bunch of different types. So like this first one is for like cardiovascular health, and then we have things for like hypertension, which is really easy because you see that so much in the hospital. And then we have glucose lowering medications, again really easy. And then we come down to weight loss medications, which you're also seeing a lot more of in the hospital, especially like the semaglutide, liraglutide,
all of that type of thing. And then we have GERD medications, easy peasy, epilepsy and seizure, Parkinson's medication, which is probably the only like niche one, but carbidopa, levodopa, easy peasy. We learned that super early. So those are the medications. And then the last section is medical abbreviations, which this one really is the easiest because I could probably cover my hand to this and know what all those stand for, again, from just looking in like the doctor's notes and doctor's labs. So really I'm not going to be worried about this exam at all, although the abbreviation list is pretty dang long. It goes on for a good long time, but it's about to be 40 questions in 40 minutes, so a minute per question. It's going to kind of mimic the RD exam that we'll be taking in the spring, and once you answer a question you cannot go back to the previous question. So I'm about to lock in and take this exam. Alright y'all, I finished the final exam. I do not know my grade yet, but hopefully it'll be graded soon. Honestly, it wasn't that bad, and like I said, I had everything memorized already, but now I'm about to go to bed. Today has been a long, productive day because I had 2 hours work on my group presentation. Well, hold on. I had 1 hour practicing my individual presentation, 2 hours working on my group presentation, 4 hours working on or doing the individual presentations, and then 1 hour studying for this and taking this exam. So that's a total of 7 hours today of me being productive and doing work for this finals week. So today we got a bunch of stuff out of the way. Clinical nutrition is done, food service is done, and now all that's left is biochemistry and then my group presentation. So tomorrow my plan is I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna go on a run, and then after that I'm locking in and I'm going to study biochem like there's no tomorrow. I'm going for short-term memorization. I'm going to try to memorize everything. I'm gonna write it all out, and I'm hoping that maybe I can take it tomorrow afternoon, but we're gonna see. And then my presentation is on Thursday. So tomorrow, Wednesday, is biochem day, and we are going to get this thing done. I've only listened to the lectures one time through when we were driving back from Atlanta from the sad SEC championship game. But tomorrow, we're honing in, we're locking in, and hopefully I'm going to be able to take it. So I will see y'all in the morning.
It's the next day. Happy Wednesday. Today is hump day. We are halfway through finals week, which was so exciting. I woke up this morning, I went to the gym, I went on a run just like I said I was going to do. And so now I'm feeling accomplished and I'm feeling motivated to study biochemistry. And I think my plan is, like I said, I'm going to try to speed run. I'm going to try to memorize this as fast as I can. And I think for me, that's probably going to happen by like talking about it out loud and really like hitting the key points home, and then maybe like writing out the information as well, just over and over again. So that's gonna be my plan. I'm about to get back in my favorite study spot, which is in my bed. You will not catch me at a desk because that's uncomfortable. And so I'm about to start studying. It's later in the morning than I wanted it to be. I think it's like 9:30, and I have to get to campus by 2 for tutoring. So we have some time. We're gonna get ahead, and I think I'm gonna have some free time at tutoring too to study some more and hopefully take it by late this afternoon. So let's get to work. Strong with iron. Ferric is the shorter word but has more electrolytes, Fe. It's a catalyst in redox reactions because it can donate and accept these electrons. And we have storage iron. Transport iron obviously transfers iron. Heme iron is from hemoglobin and myoglobin, which makes sense because it's only in meat, fish, and poultry. Meat, fish, and poultry have blood. Vegetables don't. Blood has hemoglobin in it, so those have to be the heme iron. Now moving on to electrolytes. Sodium, glucose, co-transport system, and then sodium and glucose both bind to that carrier.
Okay, so I finished going over. So we had 4 different PowerPoints. This is like the smallest basically test that we have worth the least amount of points. So I went over iron part 1 and 2. This first one basically was just all about like the digestion of iron, absorption, storage, excretion. And then the other one was all about the sources of iron, deficiency of iron. Then we went on to the electrolytes, sodium, potassium, and chloride, basically where they come from, how they're absorbed, which I'm still really stuck on this sodium chloride co-transport system. And then the last one was zinc, which was super short.
Now before lunch, I think I'm going to try to finish up my group project really quick. So because I have like the first portion of slides, so I need to make sure that my references are in so that my group mates can put their references in. So I think I'm going to take some time before lunch to finish that up. Then I'll eat, maybe write some of my PowerPoints if I have time before I leave for campus. And then I will go to campus to tutor my peeps and see if I have time to take my test this afternoon. Okay guys, I'm back in my tutoring room and I don't have anybody to tutor during this hour, so I am studying biochem. Then between 3 and 4, I'll tutor somebody, and then hopefully between 4 and 5, I might take the exam. I really am not sure how good I'm gonna do, but I don't need a super high grade, which was good because I've buffered throughout the semester already, but we're gonna try to lock in and during this hour, kind of write some stuff out. Okay, I got off of tutoring and now I'm walking back to my apartment, walking across campus, thinking about how it's so crazy. This is my last fall semester ever, but I had some no-shows, which means I had some extra time to be studying. And so I'm planning, I think, to take it tonight, but I might have to take it tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I'll let y'all know. Okay guys, an update on where I'm at. So I decided that I'm not going to take it tonight. I'm kind of like, the main thing that I'm just struggling with is like, iron has a lot of very similar words because we have like ferric, ferrous, ferritin, transferritin, hemosiderin, I'm struggling with the vocabulary basically. And I know that this test is going to have more like short answer than the other ones. Like she said, there was only going to be like 6 multiple choice questions. And so I feel like I just need to take the time to actually learn those words because I fear that that could cause a big problem for me. So I'm going to make a Quizlet tonight so that I can just like super shuffle. And then I think I'll be ready to take it by tomorrow morning. Hopefully. Good, lovely Thursday morning, everyone. Today is the day that I am planning to be finished with all of my finals. I'm not letting this go on any longer, and I just this morning basically sat in bed, watched the sunrise, and studied all the things that I felt uncertain about on this biochemistry exam. I haven't yet practiced my PowerPoint for my group presentation today, but I think I'm gonna do that after the exam, and I'm about to take the exam right freaking now. We're gonna get it over with. I think it's allotted for 75 minutes, but there's no way it'll take that long because it's worth less points than our other exams, and so I'm assuming that means that it will be like less questions, but we will see. And also usually I think it takes me less than an hour anyways to do these exams, but I'm just ready to get it over with, and I don't need like the highest grade in the world, so I'm just gonna zip through it. And I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm pretty confident, so let's go. And it is on a lockdown browser, which thankfully I already have in my computer somewhere. Oh, here it is. So it's got to come up. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't need to do any updating. That's always my biggest fear when I have a test, but this one is like not as high pressure because it's not like a timed, like I don't have to take it at a specific time. I just have to take it at some point today, but it's taking a minute to boot up, guys, so I don't know. Okay, here we go. Except this is just staying on the same screen too, and it's just doing that little spinny wheel. Oh, here we go. Guys, it does need to update. No! Okay, let me open it up again. Shoot. Maybe it'll be really quick. Doubtful. Okay guys, biochem exam is done, and oh my gosh, it feels so good. I'm so excited that I'm actually gonna be like done with my group presentation today. I'm gonna get to walk out of the building across campus and literally be done because that's the only thing that I have left. So all we have to do is practice my group presentation, and it's got to be a total of like 25 to 30 minutes, and we all have to have equal speaking parts, and my group isn't practicing together. We're just practicing our parts on our own. So I'm gonna practice mine and get it between 8 and 10 minutes. So that's gonna be the next thing on our agenda, and oh my gosh, this is just, I'm so glad to have that done. Okay guys, I'm dressed. I just got in my business casual really quick. I kind of got taken away by practicing, and I still need to get it down further, which is like really stressing me out, but I think it's gonna be okay because I have like the background session. Anyways, this is my outfit. I have on I don't even know. I think both of these, I don't have very many business casual clothes because I hate wearing business casual. It's so uncomfortable. But I think that this was on the sales rack at Banana Republic, and then these pants, all my pants that I have, you can't even like really see them good. All the pants that I own, actually, these are not a good example at all as the pants that I have, but usually they're pretty wide flare leg, but I have all of them from Banana Republic, and I only have like 3 pairs because, again, I don't wear it that often. So this is the turtleneck that we're going with, the pants. We have like a monochrome green vibe going on, including my sneakers, because I'm going to have to walk across campus, which is not very business professional, but I don't care. So I had to put on my backpack. We're about to hop in the car. We're about to go as fast as possible because we have to also stop by the library and print out our presentation, and God, I need to study it. I need to practice a little bit more, but it's gonna be okay. Let's go. Okay guys, thank goodness there's a lot like right by campus that's like by this church where they don't like ticket or anything, and every single time that me and my roommate have tried to park here this semester, it's been completely full, and I just got the best princess parking ever. I'm so excited. It's 10:45, so I have enough time to go in there, print, and then get there, maybe do one more round through of practice, and then present. So let's go. Here I come, Russell Hall. It's so cold outside. Like, it definitely feels like it's about to be winter break. And after I walk out of this building, I will be a free woman and I will be absolutely done with this semester, which is so exciting. Literally T-minus 1 hour done. Well, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. You know, it's the end of exam week when the computer lab with free printing is completely empty. This is the only free printing in all of campus, fun fact. I know it's front and back. Okay, King just allowed me 30 minutes. Well, I have 30 minutes on my presentation, and I said, is there any way that y'all have a room up here that's empty that I could use for like 10 minutes to practice this presentation? And he said, yes, I've got you. So I'm in here where legends are made, obviously. So I'm gonna prop y'all up, and I'm about to practice this and try to get it down from 12 minutes to 10 minutes. Okay, so today we're gonna be presenting our comprehensive case study presentation. The patient for this case study was a 56-year-old female with a past medical history of COPD, asthma, GERD. I should probably time this. She was originally on no feedings at all for 4 days. She was put on enteral feedings, which she did not tolerate very well, and eventually was put on supplemental parenteral nutrition. So now let's start with when the patient was admitted. We're going to start with a time period of days 1 to 12. And she did not have a nutrition-focused physical exam, but she was found to be well-nourished, with a reported weight gain of about 17% in the past year. Grade 1 to 2 pitting edema, so that some of that weight gain could have been from fluid, no present wounds, and good skin integrity. Okay, I had to talk super quick, but I was able to finish that in 9 minutes and 45 seconds, which is exactly where I need to be. So now I just need to go upstairs and do it again, except for in front of my professor. I am free, and it is Christmas break, and I am done with my friggin' finals. Guys, I'm so happy. I literally walked out of the building with my group mates, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the flowers are blooming, the flowers are pink, the grass is green, the sky is blue, like everything is beautiful because I am officially done with exam week. I have literally nothing else. My entire semester, it's done. It's done. My last fall semester on campus at UA is over, and I literally can't believe it. I'm so excited, and tomorrow's my birthday, and I don't have anything to do. I'm just ecstatic. Like I literally guys, I was struggling so hard halfway through this semester with like clinicals, and like there was a point where I really was just like, I can't foresee things getting better because it's just so stressful. There's so much work. Like I just literally could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. My roommate, she kept telling me like, Victoria, it's gonna be okay because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you, the second this is done, it's gonna feel better. And the second we finished with clinical, it felt better. And now finishing with this whole semester, the hardest semester of my entire life. Oh my gosh. It's so wonderful to be alive. I'm so happy. I can't wait. I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to, oh my gosh. I didn't even think it was going to feel this exciting, but like, oh my gosh, I'm done. Anyways, thank you guys for coming through me with finals week. We knocked that out of the park. We got done. The presentation went well, and I'm just so so excited. Okay. Sorry, I'll stop screaming for earbud users, but oh my god. I hope you'll enjoyed this video. I hope that encouraged you to study or get whatever done you need to get done. And I hope you'll have a freaking fantastic December. Bye!